How would you describe the current relationship that councils have with Natural Resources Wales?
I think that the current relationship that councils have with Natural Resources Wales is very useful because they both have shared concerns in terms of ensuring that our environment and our approach to climate change is very much at the heart of both agendas. There's shared agendas there, but if my colleague has any particular concerns, I'd be happy to take them up with NRW or the WLGA as appropriate.
Thank you very much for your response, Minister. And as you'll be aware, at the start of July, the leaders of Wales's 22 local authorities called on Welsh Government to review the powers and remit of the public body responsible for looking after the environment here in Wales, Natural Resource Wales. And as you'll be aware, my colleague Janet Finch-Saunders raised this issue with the Minister for Climate Change in July as well, who welcomed the feedback from the WLGA and stated that she'll be having continued discussion with the WLGA and Natural Resources Wales through yourself as the local government minister. So I hope those discussions are going well. But do you think councils have the ability to deliver some of the responsibilities that currently sit with Natural Resources Wales?
Well, we've always said that we will look to devolve powers to the correct level of governance, and there are certainly areas where we could look to devolve further powers from Welsh Government to local authorities. But again, if this is a particular area where there are ideas which come from the WLGA in partnership with Natural Resources Wales, then I'd be interested in hearing those shared ideas and concerns.
Thank you for that as well, Minister. As you know, one of the issues that councils have raised within their correspondence with Welsh Government is the difficulty to hold Natural Resources Wales to account at times. And in the letter from the leaders of the 22 councils I referred to, written by the leader of WLGA, Andrew Morgan, they stated, and I'll quote, when dealing with events at a local level, there can still be tensions over decisions and choices that have to be made related to wider governance issues. And furthermore, in relation to severe flooding events seen in recent times in Rhondda in particular, local members have stated that there's a possibility of legal action taking place against Natural Resources Wales. So there seems to me a deficiency of democracy in holding Natural Resources to Wales to account at times. And because of the democratic nature of councils, do you think if councils held some of the functions that currently sit in Natural Resource Wales, do you think there would be greater accountability and transparency?
Well, I'm aware of the letter to which you refer and the concerns around the Rhondda issue in particular, which is why I'm reluctant to go into too much more detail in terms of response to that particular issue this afternoon. But I will endeavour to have some discussions further with the Minister for Climate Change in terms of the points which you've raised this afternoon and those concerns which the WLGA I know have raised directly with her.